Hi everyone, welcome to Breathe and Begin. This is class 1 of our beginners series, so it doesn't matter where you are in your yoga practice, whether you're new to yoga or coming back to your practice. This is a really great series to start to find your alignment again and just to get back into your practice. So let's breathe and let's begin. So starting in an easy seat, we're going to start by really grounding down into the sit bones, sitting nice and evenly down into your mat, and try and lift up through the spine nice and tall, drawing the shoulders down and back. Now you can have your hands placed onto your knees, palms facing down or palms facing up, or maybe you want to be palm in palm, hands in the lap. And I just invite you now to close down your eyes, and we're going to start to breathe. So we're going to start to draw the breath into the belly. So softening down the eyes and just start to draw your attention in and draw your breath deep into the belly. Feeling the breath rise through the 3 chambers of the lungs. So feeling the breath draw up all the way to your collarbones as you inhale. And then as you exhale, just allow the breath to fall down, grounding yourself into the floor. So really feel your seat into the mat. And then taking a new inhale, feeling the breath rise up. Feeling the belly open, the chest and the lungs expand. And the exhale always softens you down, always grounds you down. Now what I want you to do now is bring your hands onto your belly. Have your middle fingers touching. I really want you to focus on pulling the breath down into the belly so you can feel the fingers expanding as you breathe. So the fingers come apart as the ribs open and as the belly fills up, and then the fingers come back together on the exhale as the air comes out. So just keep focusing. With our full deep yoga breath, we want to make sure that our breaths are full, deep and even. So maybe finding a count now for yourself that works. So maybe inhaling for 4 counts. And then exhaling for 4 counts. So just find a count that works for you. Could be 5, could be 6. So just find the counts now, making sure that breath is full, deep and even. That is what we call our Maharaja Pranayama, or our royal yogic breath. And we really want to keep the breath flowing through all the practice, all of our yoga practice, through our postures. Just focusing on the breath allows the mind to stop thinking so much and just draw us into a focus point. As the breath is something that just unconsciously happens, but we can also become conscious of it and become aware of it. So it's how we really connect those 2 pieces together. Always starting our yoga practice with breath, with that awareness. Now removing the hands down from the belly onto the legs, and we'll just start with some neck rolls just to warm up the neck. So just rolling the neck down, chin towards the chest and over to the side. And then just keep moving the neck, chin to the chest and then to the other side. Just little half circles. Keeping the spine nice and straight. Shoulders down and back. And keep the breath, so keep the breath flowing. Now maybe a full circle if that feels nice. Full circle all the way around. Following with breath. changing direction as well. Can do a few circles in one direction and then a few circles in the other direction. Can choose to keep your eyes closed here. Making sure we're still following our breath as we move. And then find your center, and then we're going to move on to our hands and knees. So we're going to start with cat-cow. So I want you to really press your hands nice and wide into the mat. So press all your fingers into the mat. We want our knees and our hips in line with each other. We also want our feet to be pushing into the mat. So hands are pushing into the mat, all the fingers, nice and strong energy through the hands. Our spine is in neutral. Now we're going to come to our cow pose. So we're going to let the belly drop down to the floor. We're opening the chest up to the sky. We're pulling the shoulders down the back. We try and tilt and lift the tailbone up. So think about separating your sit bones as you reach the tailbone up to the sky, and the head and the eye gaze just lifts, dropping that belly down. A nice big inhale here and exhale. So really keep pushing down into the mat through the hands, through the feet. Belly is dropping down to the earth, a nice arch through the back. Shoulders really draw down and back. And then we're going to move to cat pose now. So we're going to push the mat away. We're going to curve through the spine, pulling our belly button towards our spine, also taking the gaze towards your belly button. Want you to keep pressing the mat away with your hands. Really push the feet into the floor as well, getting a nice rounded back. Belly button squeezes up towards the spine, so really pull the belly in as much as you can. And then inhale, we're going to drop the belly back down to cow, so pull those shoulders back, keep pressing with the hands, keep pressing with the feet. Belly drops, sit bones tilt and lift to the sky, taking the gaze up. And then exhale, push the mat away from you, flowing through to your cat pose, angry cat. And then inhale, we're just going to keep moving a little bit. Inhale, cow, shoulders draw down and back. Exhale, push that mat away from you, really push those shoulders away. Belly button to spine, exhaling all the breath here. And then on your inhale, come back. Really nice work. We're going to move to child's pose. So child's pose, we're going to take our heels together and our knees on the outside edge of the mat, sitting onto the heels. So you can do this with your knees out, or you can also do child's pose with your knees in. So let's start with the knees out version. So we're sitting onto our heels, knees are out, and we're just going to walk the fingers forward, melting down, chest and third eye, forehead comes down onto the ground. We just soften here. We want to keep active through the hands, so nice and active through the hands. Shoulders draw down and back, and we're really just trying to melt down into the earth, really grounding our body here, trying to sit back into the heels as well. And this is a nice grounding posture, really getting us settled, grounded in a nice calm state. And once again, we're staying with our breath, so remembering that breath at the start of the class, so drawing the breath all the way down into the belly, feeling the breath rise all the way up through the lungs. And as you exhale, we soften a little bit more into the pose. And now we're going to go into another version of child's pose. So let's just walk our hands up. We're going to bring those knees in now. And then from here, so when my knees are together, we're going to lengthen back down to child's pose. Third eye can come to the floor. And this time we're going to wrap our hands down and just let the hands drop down. And just surrender here. Just relax. Keep breathing. So really imagine your breath coming all the way down into your lower back. Our lungs move all the way down. So really focusing that breath to shoot all the way down the spine into those lower lungs. And just let the shoulders and the arms just relax here. Nice pressure through the belly, through the hips and the front of the legs. Nice stretch. Just a few more breaths here, really grounding ourselves, really enjoying the breath. Sometimes the best part of these yoga practices is just that connection to breath, to that life force energy, that prana is how we call it in yoga as prana. That's our life force energy, that's our breath, the energy coming in. Really just soaking it up, just being grateful for that breath. And then let's start moving now. So coming up, hands ground down. So come back to that all four position. So hands are under the shoulders, knees and in line with the hips. We're hip width apart. We're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to come to downward facing dog. So we're going to go onto the toes, hover the knees off the floor, lift the hips nice and high. From here, you're going to push the hands into the mat, really trying to lower your chest towards the ground. Now, here you can be in a modified version, so you can be with the toes up and the knees bent. And we're really trying to work our chest towards our knees and towards the earth. Shoulders draw down and back here. And once again, really powerful through the hands. You want to be pushing through all the fingers. You want to be pushing down through the knuckles and the palm of the fingers and all the way to the base of the hand. Lots of points onto the floor. So if you're in the modified dog, you really want to try and push your chest towards your thighs. And now if you want to see, we want to try and work the heels down towards the earth. So just see where you can go with that. You might want to take your time maybe walking the dog, which means we're just going to lift one heel up and one heel down. One heel up and one heel down. We're just encouraging those heels towards the earth, and we know that we might not be there yet. It might take time to get those heels down, but that's okay. That's what the practice is all about. It's a practice for a reason. We need to practice. We can't manage some of these postures straight away. It will take some practice and some time. So just be where you're at now. We're just beginning. So wherever you are, just be with it. And just remember, everyone's body's different. So everyone's poses are going to look a little bit different. Everyone's flexible in different places. So we really want our feet to be parallel here. We also want to really encourage our tailbone to lift up towards the sky. We want our neck to be nice and tucked in. So imagine tucking your chin in towards your chest and looking in between your legs or down towards your ankles here. Keeping the neck in line with the spine. So we don't want the neck to drop too much, or we don't want the neck sticking out. We really want our ears to be in line with our shoulders as well. Shoulders drawing down and back. Keep breathing. So there's a lot to think about in these poses. The most important one is the breath. So really focus on breathing.
Your body might be starting to shake already, just holding these postures for a little time. So just keep breathing, use that breath to help. And then nice big inhale, and then exhale, come back down onto the knees, and then just sit up, sit up for a little bit, just take a few breaths upright, let the blood come back down. And now we're going to move back to downward facing dog, and then we're going to move to a plank and a lower down. So for this one, coming back to that downward facing dog, so hands plant down, tuck the toes under, lift the bottom up to the hip, to the sky. From here, we're going to move to our plank position. So finding your plank, you want your shoulders to come on top of your wrists. We're holding in the core, so think rib to hip connection here. Now for the first one, we're going to take our knees down to the floor. We want to imagine keeping our body in one straight line, chin is tucked in. We're going to squeeze the elbows to the side of the body and lower our body down. Exhale, inhale, we're going to untuck the toes. We're going to lift our chest up, squeezing the elbows into the side of the body. And this is your cobra pose. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, lower down a little bit. Forehead comes to the floor, and then inhale, lift the chest up, push the hands into the floor, nice and active hands. Feet are active into the floor as well. Squeeze the elbows into the side of the body. Exhale, melt back down. And then inhale, lift. Nice. From here, we're going to tuck the toes under, and then see if you can lift your hips back to that downward facing dog. And then always a moment to just adjust to that alignment. So feet hip width apart, really pushing and really encouraging the chest towards the floor, shoulders down and back. Nice. From here, lift up onto the toes, take yourself to that plank, high plank. Squeeze the abs, so think of connecting your ribs towards your hips. Knees come down. Nice big inhale, and then exhale, squeeze the elbows to the side of the body, lower yourself down. And then from here, untuck the toes, push forward and up, lifting into your cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, nice lift. Exhale, lower down. Last one, so coming up, tuck the toes under, and then push back to your downward facing dog. Nice, we're going to do that one more time. So here we go. Inhale, come up onto the toes, come to your plank. Breathe, inhale. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, you might want to stay up this time and not come down onto the knees. Squeeze the elbows into the side of the body as you exhale. And then inhale, push forward, open to your cobra pose. Feet nice and firmly into the ground, lifting up and open through the chest. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down to the ground. Last one, lifting up into your cobra. And then from here, child's pose. So choose your child's pose. So knees can be out, sitting down onto the heels and extending the arms out, lowering the third eye down to the floor. Or knees can be in together and our arms wrapped around the back and just relaxing down. So just finding the child pose that works for you today. Always inviting the body, always inviting yourself to be your own teacher as well, and to choose what postures feel good for your body. And of course, we don't want to be in any pain as we go along through this series. We never want to be in pain. So if you are in pain, you do need to come out. Doesn't mean it's not going to be challenging and hard at times. So beginner breathe is just that first reminder for you to come back to breath. Whenever it is you're struggling, whenever you're having a hard time, no matter what it is you're doing, the breath, coming back to the breath is going to be your key in your yoga practice. So let's just come back to that breath now while you're in that child's pose.
come back to those nice, deep, long breaths.
So your Maharaja Pranayama, really breathing deep into the belly. And just doing those first few postures today, you'll already feel your energy moving. You'll already feel your body working so strongly. And as I said earlier, this is a practice, so they will become easier as you practice, even just breathing into your breath. And your mind might have wandered off a few times already today, but as you practice, you get better and better at staying focused on your practice and really, really becoming present in your practice and connecting to the breath. Is that first way we begin to connect to the presence, to have intention in our practice. So as you go through the next classes of this series, I invite you to remember this first lesson of the breath, taking it with you through the next series of this workshop and these beginner series. Take that breath with you through your whole practice, just reminding yourself every time to breathe. And then gently rolling up through the spine. Nice big arm circle just to close the practice today. Reaching up to the sky, palms come together and then pull them into the heart center. We always finish with a nice little bow to yourself, to the universe, saying thank you and namaste. Good job, everyone, and we'll see you with the next class.